some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on a participant from the playoffs last year, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Tigers have been waiting and waiting, and finally the moment is coming in the opening of the season. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24. Let's take a minute and talk about Miami. Doesn't matter what time of season it is, a top 10 win is a top 10 win, and you know the underdogs would love to make a statement.
No doubt about it. We've got a very low number beside your name. You're going to get everybody's best shot. And that's what this team is expecting from their opponent today. A lot of eyeballs watching this game. They have a lot of expectations on this team. Now it's time to see if they can deliver.
Yeah, and the offseason was so much more important when you know you're playing a highly ranked team to start the season. Attention to detail higher, excitement higher, a chance to go out and prove something very early in the season.
Well, that just shows you how much this quarterback trusts his baller wide receiver. He was double covered on that play, and still the QB tried to force it over to him.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Under fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Canes will punt it away on 4th down. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. From the gun, the running back has it. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Tigers, dating to the days of Shook Jordan and Pat Dye, love to keep the ball on the ground.
And the stadium goes nuts, and the eagle flies, and everybody's happy. Run the football, win football games. It's
always got some space.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Toss sweep to the right. Stop is made at the 35-yard line. A 5-yard gain there, and it's a first down.
The old toss, right? Toss it to him on the perimeter, get on the edge quickly. Receivers better block on the outside. Go get me some positive yards, get a fast guy in space. Nice play call.
Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. Give to the running back. That's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
And, man, I know he's going to be really upset himself because you have all these goals and all these things you want to do, and you come in your first touch, man. You cough it up, but you got to put it behind you. This defense needs to come out now, be ready to play. fight back, build some momentum back the other direction.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. He's got his man. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Looking to pass. It's Murray. It's complete to the left. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
And the Hurricanes have this offense rolling. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. He'll take a deep shot here. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Trying to take it back. The 10. Touchdown, Tigers. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That's one of those plays you put a highlighter beside. It can really swing a game.
100%. There's a couple plays a game where you go back and you look and you're like, man, that changed the whole outcome. What an unbelievable play by the to score the points off of.
First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Gets it out fast. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain. And the Canes are in the hurry-up.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them, they're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Bring in the heat. QB got it himself. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys. He could not wait to get back out there, and that time it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
Dropping back, it's Murray. Bears the pressure. And the ball's out. Who's going to get it? Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
The Hurricanes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Sends it back in motion. Back to pass on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, it's a nice job snagging that pass. Miami has a tradition of Heisman Trophy quarterbacks. I get that, but guess what? If you're going to win Heisman Trophies, you're probably throwing to very talented wide receivers. Let's not forget about all the great receivers the Hurricanes have had as well. And they've got a special group.
Fires toward the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
How about that play by the speed back? We hear about speed backs, and he's not the guy that runs in between the tackles. But let me tell you something. When you're trying to catch a guy like that and you're running full speed with everything you have, a lot of times you're just trying to get him to the ground, and you're not trying to put a good shot on him. And then all of a sudden they're breaking tackles. Great job by that young man.
Got it in the middle. It's Moses. And they give him enough for the first down. They'll move the chains, and let's see if they can snap it one more time here in the first. That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Back to pass, it's Murray. Under fire. Hit as he throws. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. He wants it all. Touchdown, Miami! Quick strike through the air for the score. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, you've got to lock in.
And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here.
And I think 3rd and short is the perfect time to run RPOs, because I can give the football or make the read, but I got to make sure in these situations I'm accurate with the football.
Makes a grab past the marker. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. And the Tigers moving quickly to the line.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Pressure coming. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down. I wonder how much fun this is for him. The head coach trying to take down the old alma mater across the way.
Yeah, I think these are always mixed emotions, and how you feel about this, playing your old squad. Like, it's something about it, I'm sure, that's nostalgic, and all the memories probably come flooding back. But there's also a competitive element, Palmer, that you want to beat this squad. Like, this is the next team in your way for you accomplishing your goals and dreams.
Yeah, he's probably experiencing...
Hauls it in, the first down and more. At the 35, he's got more. He'll work his way down to the 28. Auburn going to work with another first down.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
The Tigers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
This is an offense, guys, that really believes in physicality, and that's their identity. So running the ball on second down, no problem for them.
Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. The give to the tailback. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Might be calling a hot route. He's got it on the right. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn! A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's forced out of bounds at his own 19-yard line. An excellent job of coverage on that one. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. Guys, let's look big picture Miami. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on third down. Fires to the right. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Man, I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. Firing to the right, complete. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Completes it in the middle. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Snags it inside the 20. Touchdown, Hurricanes. A great catch and run for 6.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And he's going to bring this one out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. The inside handoff. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Toss sweep, try to get it outside to the right. Got the first down and more. And he picks up the first down, and he does it I'm not going to say spin move. That was a pirouette. It was elegant. It was beautiful. Buying some time. He'll pull it down. Still on his feet at the 40. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup. Looking downfield, it's Pope. Zings it complete to the right. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. Here's the handoff. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, the offense is penalized. Now on 2nd down. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. They're working that left side. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Quarterback making checks. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. A shot toward the end zone. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game. Throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard.
Looking for the end zone. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Canes will kick it off to start the 2nd half. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. So here comes the Auburn offense. First drive of the 2nd half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the 2nd half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little.
Makes the grab deep.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time play.
There he goes. The 10. Touchdown, Tiger. And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half.
This is a special talent playing the tight end position because he's not a guy that's just going to catch flat routes and block. He's a guy you can line up all over the field. He can stretch the field vertically, shows off his speed. He has very rare athleticism for a guy at his position, and he showed it there on that long touchdown catch.
On the move from inside his 5. He gets a block. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Canes. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's got it out. He's going to get loose. He will score. Touchdown, Tiger. Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
And those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you could tell, takes it out, good blocking, give him a little crease, and you could see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer returning kicks. No. You see the fast guys, and you see an open space, and boom, he's gone.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Quick strike complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
To the air, it's Murray. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Gets it out quickly. Changing on the move. It'll be a 1st down at the 29. Move those chains without a hitch. Well, actually, with a hitch, but you get the point.
I like that. Nicely done. The defense probably should have understood the ball was coming out quick, something like a hitch, a slant, the screen, something fast. They didn't. QB gets it on the money. Receiver gets the extra yards. Easy pitch and catch for the 1st down.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Wants to throw on 1st down. He'll throw it. Right on the money. And he's brought down after a nice game.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the 1st down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
Back to throw. It's Murray. Rushes on him. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Keep bringing the heat like that, and you can fall in line with the likes of Derek Brown or Nick Fairley.
Man, I still remember that Nick Fairley season where he put the defense on his back. Cam Newton took care of the offense, but he ruled the defense, making big plays, getting in the backfield, getting after quarterbacks.
From the gun, the ground game. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the 2nd half.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. On target to the left. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they...
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
All right, this offense needs to come up with a solution for this defensive end because he is a problem. They have got to find a way to help out the offensive tackle, prevent this guy from getting to the quarterback.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Makes the catch. They bring him down. He's got a first down, but that might be the final play of the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Oh, they're after him. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
And I tell you what, when you get inside the 3, I think your tendency is to run the football, run the football, run the football. The offense, try to change it up a little bit, maybe try to throw it. I don't like it, and obviously it didn't work, but at least you got a few more downs here to try to make up for it.
They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. Back to pass. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. Quick strike through the air for the score. Extra point here will tie the game.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. And the Tigers headed quickly to the line. Tight end getting vertical. They've got it to the 49-yard line and they'll move the chains.
Well, the play fake on the RPO bought the receiver some time to work himself open on the route. That was a man-to-man coverage on the defense. Nice job by the receiver putting his foot in the ground and separating.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player.
Breaks into the open. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
So now it's 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Pope. Makes the grab. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Tigers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Gives it on the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Rides the back on the option to give. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, 3rd and long coming. Unloads to the wideout. Got it. He thought he might turn that into a score, but the defense able to wrestle him down short. They'll stop him at the 3. They want to throw it. Wideout trying to get it in. Touchdown, Auburn! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really good job by the defense getting to the quarterback and getting him on the ground for no gain. It's tough. Once you get there and get pressure, it's so hard to get these guys on the ground because they're elusive. Really good job wrapping them up and getting to the ground.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Looking to the big tight end. Intercepted